Good morning, everyone. Today is October 14, 2024. Welcome to the opening of bids for Project ID 25KE0012, construction of river control along Hubangon Bridge to Mahinog Camiguin. 25KE0011, construction of river control along Lumad Bridge, Mambajao Camiguin. 25KE0019, construction of Orasan Road, Barangay Soro-soro, Mambajao Camiguin. But before we start, may I request everyone to please stand up for the opening prayer to be led by Engineer Larry Nino Lapiceros.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Loving Heavenly Father, we come to you this hour asking for your blessing and help as we are gathered together. We pray for your guidance in the matters at hand and ask that you would clearly show us how to conduct our work with a spirit of joy and enthusiasm. Amen.
May I request Engineer John Christian Bertudis to please do the roll call or acknowledge those who are present in today's bid opening.
Once again, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our opening of bids dated October 14, 2024. For this morning, we have our back chairperson, Sir Edwin G. Cagulada. Our vice chairperson, Engineer Al Gomez.
Present.
Our regular member, Engineer Iderlinda N. Retalia.
Present.
Our end user, Engineer Joselito V. Corpin Jr.
Present.
We also have our back TWG members. We have Engineer Rachel Grace A. Saliao, Engineer Larry Nino Lepiceros.
Present.
We also have for this morning our head back secretariat, Engineer Evelyn V. Paderanga. And its members, we have yours truly, Engineer John Christian A. Vertudes. We also have for this morning our bidders from Hapo Sansol Enterprises. We have Engineer Judy F. Abaw. We also have from Shinshin Construction Corporation, Ma'am Marilyn F. Bahaw. From CLC Construction, we have Ma'am Rosjen Bores. I think that's all for this morning, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Bertudis. All members of the back are present, and we have a quorum. I call this bid opening conference, bid opening to order. May I request the head of the back secretariat to discuss the eligibility result through electronic means.
Good morning, everyone. Before we go into the discussion of electronic eligibility result, for the information of everybody, and pursuant to Department Order 87, Series of 2020, the BAC, through the BAC Secretariat, had checked the DPWH bid portal for the electronic submission of bids and hereby confirmed that there are no electronic bids received. In cases of discrepancies, electronic eligibility result will prevail over the manual eligibility check. In accordance also with GPPB Resolution Number 15, Series of 2021, submission of PhilJAP Certificate of Platinum Registration and Membership is mandatory in public bidding, and that the BAC shall refer the Class A eligibility requirements in the attached certificate. The BAC must verify and validate the submitted Class A eligibility documents, and if inconsistency occurs, the BAC, through the BAC Secretariat, will request for updating, unlocking, and reprocessing of the eligibility. Engineer Rachel Grace Saliao, may I give you the floor for this discussion of electronic eligibility result.
Good morning, everyone. So for the electronic eligibility result, first we have 25KE0012. the construction of river control along Hubangon Bridge to Mahinog, Camiguin, with an ABC amount of 88,030,459 pesos and 22 centavos. There are three bidders who have purchased the bidding documents, and three have submitted their bid proposals. So first, we have Hapos Hansol Enterprises with mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2024. DTI registration, valid until September 15, 2025. BIR tax clearance certificate, valid until March 22, 2025. Field jobs registration, valid until September 24, 2025. PCAB license, valid until April 4, 2027. PCAB registration, valid until May 10, 2027. Work experience passed, NFCC passed. Second is from Shinshin Construction Corporation with mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2024. SEC registration, valid until January 16, 2067. BAR tax clearance certificate, valid until September 3, 2025. Field jobs registration, valid until January 28, 2025. PCAB license, valid until September 29, 2025. PCAB registration, valid until April 15, 2027. Work experience passed, NFCC passed. Third is from Victoriana C. Lim Construction Corporation with mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2024. SEC registration, valid until December 1, 2065. BAR tax clearance certificate, valid until March 5, 2025. Field jobs registration, valid until December 21, 2024. PCAB license, valid until August 14, 2026. PCAB registration, valid until July 9, 2026. Work experience passed, NFCC passed. Next, for contract ID number 25KE0011, the construction of river control along Lumad Bridge, Mambajao, Camiguin, with an ABC amount of 97,999,999 pesos and 27 centavos. There are three bidders who have purchased the bidding documents, and three have submitted their bid proposals. So first, we have Hapos Hansol Enterprises with mayor's permit, valid and with the same legal financial and technical, all of the aspects Hapos Hansol has passed. So next we have Shinshin Construction Corporation with mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2024. SEC registration, valid until January 16, 2067. BIR tax clearance, valid until September 3, 2025. Field jobs registration, valid until January 28, 2025. PCAB license, valid until September 29, 2025. PCAB registration, valid until April 15, 2027. Work experience have failed due to work experience category does not match to the contract profile for major work category. So work experience is only 46.75% of the ABC. The presented work experience project is 22KE0038, which is the construction of river control along Alangilan Box Culvert. But their NFCC passed. So, Mr. Chair.
Any comment from the Shinshin Construction? Marlene? Please proceed.
For the next bidder is Victoriano C. Lim Construction Corporation with legal, technical, and financial aspect passed. So for the third contract, we have 25 KE0019, the construction of Orasan Road, Barangay Soro-soro, Mambajao, Camiguin with an ABC amount of 9,899,999 pesos and 88 centavos. There are also 3 bidders who have purchased the bidding documents, and 3 of them have submitted their bid proposals. So first, we have CLC Construction Services and Supply with mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2024. DTI registration valid until April 11, 2025. BAR tax clearance certificate valid until December 29, 2024. PhilJobs registration valid until January 12, 2025. Pickup license valid until October 19, 2024. Pickup registration valid until May 24, 2026. Work experience and NFCC passed. Second, we have Janrail Construction with mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2024. DTI registration valid until September 12, 2027. BAR tax clearance certificate valid until March 26, 2025. PhilJobs registration valid until April 22, 2025. Pickup license valid until December 17, 2024. Pickup registration valid until December 17, 2024. Work experience and NFCC passed. Third, we have 2NGA construction with mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2024. DTI registration valid until April 28, 2027. BAR tax clearance certificate valid until November 24, 2024. PhilJobs registration valid until February 6, 2025. Pickup license valid until January 18, 2025. Pickup registration valid until January 18, 2026. Work experience and NFCC passed. So that would be all for the electronic eligibility result, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Evelyn Paderanga and Engineer Rochelle Salyao. Let us now proceed to the opening of bids. I request the DPWH to open the bid box and facilitate the opening of the bidder's proposal. May I also request the DPWH to please check if the bid submitted is sealed and marked properly.
Mr. Chair, upon thoroughly checking, all bids received are properly sealed and marked.
Thank you. First to open is the technical proposal and followed by the financial proposal. May I request one member of the back to read and check the technical documents using the criterion discretionary pass fail. The first to open is the project ID 25 KE0012 construction of river control along Hubangon Bridge to Mahinog. Please open the technical proposal of Papos Hansel Enterprises.
So good morning everyone for our first project. Construction of river control along Hubangon Bridge 2, Mahinog, Camiguin. Contract ID 25 KE0012. First bidder is Papos Hansel Enterprises. And the ABC for the project is 88,030,459.52. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, is the PhilJobs registration with validity until September 24, 2025. Passed. The Annex A, page 3. DTI certificate up to September 15, 2025, passed. Mayor's permit up to December 31, 2024, passed. Tax clearance up to March 22, 2025, passed. Audited financial statement last filed April 3, 2024, less than 2 years. Pickup license up to April 4, 2027, passed. Also present is the photocopy of the document presented, the DDTI. Mayor's permit, tax clearance. Next document present, Mr. Chair, is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts newly awarded but not yet started, is present. And signed by the bidder, Ma Victoria G. Hansol, supported by the notice of award, notice to proceed, contract of agreement of the listed projects. Next document is the statement of single largest completed contract, is present and signed by Ma Victoria G. Hansol, supported by certificate of completion, certificate of acceptance, final completion inspection report, notice of award, notice to proceed, and the contract of agreement. Photocopy of the PCAB is also present. Next document, Mr. Chair, is the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed by the bidder Ma Victoria G. Hansol, and notarized by Attorney Abelino P. Orsino Jr., Notary Public. Contractors organizational chart is also present and signed by the bidder Ma Victoria G. Hansol. List of contractors, key personnel to be assigned to the contract is also present, signed by Ma Victoria G. Hansol. The photocopy of the professional identification card of Civil Engineer Ma Victoria G. Hansol is also present, unexpired. Photocopy of professional identification card of the project engineer Ayan Signar is present, unexpired, including its accreditation as provisional project engineer as per DO 126 series of 2024, and the report of rating of the project engineer is also present. Present also is the accreditation of materials engineer Pedro S. Ramos as materials engineer 1 with accreditation number 5442 is present and expired, including its identification card and its professional identification card is also present and expired. The certificate of completion for construction occupational safety and health training, Bray Edward D. Salbani is also present. Next document present is the list of contractors' equipment paid to the contract is present and signed by the bidder Ma Victoria G. Hansol, supported by certificate of registration and official receipts as proof of ownership, deed of sale for vehicles and equipments, deed of sale for heavy equipments. The list of contractors' laboratory equipment is also present, duly signed by the bidder Ma Victoria G. Hansol, supported by its proof of ownership. The sales invoice of the apparatus is present. NFCC computation is also present with NFCC amount of 879,693,955, signed by the bidder Ma Victoria G. Hansol. Audited financial statement, duly stamp received by the BIRR is also present. Annual income tax return is also present, duly stamp received by the BIRR. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the omnibus sworn statement is present and duly signed by Ma Victoria G. Hansol, notarized by Attorney Abelino P. Orsino Jr., Notary Public. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the technical requirements, Hapos Hansol Enterprises technical proposal for contract ID 25K0012 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Salito Corpin. Let us now proceed to the opening of the technical proposal of Shinshin Construction Corporation for 25 KE 0012, construction river control along Hubangon Bridge 2.
The second interested bidder for the first project with the contract ID 25 KE 00112, 12, construction of river control along Hubangon Bridge 2, Mahinog, Camiguin. The technical proposal submitted by Sinsin Construction. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the PLG registration, which is valid until January 28, 2025. In Annex A, page 3, the mayor's permit is expired on December 31, 2024. The tax clearance expired on September 3, 2025. The audited financial statement is dated filing in April 13, 2024. And the pickup license is expired on September 29, 2025. The next document is the photocopy of the SIC registration. The photocopy of the mayor's permit, the photocopy of tax clearance, the photocopy of pickup license, and the next document, Mr. Chair, is the statement of all ongoing project, government, and private contracts. Which is amount of 75,884,614. Failures, eh? Kining sinsin. Yang kung siya ma'am, ang iyang single private sector ang ongoing mo di ba? Katong is all is kining sige. The next document is the single largest completed contracts, which is the attached of statement of single largest completed contracts is 48 construction of river control along Lumad Bridge, Mambajao, Camiguin, with the contract amount of 48,913,540, which is 50%. Pasar siya, ma'am? 80, 48 times 2. The 48 times 2 is 96. Okay. Pass, Mr. Chair. The next document is the latest income tax return, which is present. The next is the audited financial statement, which is present and signed. And the NFDC is also present, Mr. Chair, which is present and signed. And the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, which is notarized and signed by Sixto Feliciano DT and notarized by Attorney Abilino P. Orseno Jr. And the next document is the original chart, is present and signed. The next document is the list of contractors, key personnel, which is present. The attached is the PRC of Seralty, which is also a provisional project engineer. According to the DEO or Department Order 126, series of 2000, July series of 24, and released on July 22, 2024, which is stated in number 35, which is Soro-soro. And the next document, Mr. Chair, is the list of contractors major equipment unit, which is present and signed. And the next document is the minimum testing equipment, which is present and sign which is attached the deed of absolute sale, the sales invoice for the purchase. And the next document, Mr. Chair, is the omnibus sword statement, which is present and signed and notarized by Attorney Abilino P. Orsino, Jr. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the secretary certificate, which is notarized and signed by Sila Lesti BT and notarized by Attorney Abilino P. Orsino, Jr. Mr. Chair, having complied the all necessary document for the technical proposal, the technical proposal submitted by Sinsin Construction for the contract ID 25 KE 012 is rated as pass, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Al Gumis. Let us now proceed to the opening of the technical proposal of Victoriano C. Lim Construction Corporation for 25 KE 0012, construction of river control along Hubangon Bridge 2.
BCL Construction, Victoriano Sili, Slim, for the contract, for the contract ID 25 KA 0012, construction of river control along Hubangon Braids to Mahinog Camiguin. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the Belgium registration valid until December 21, 2024. With the sixth certificate mayor's permit expired on December 31, 2024. Tax clearance expiration is on March 5, 2025. Next is auditing financial statement dated of filing on August 23, on April 23, 2024. And the next is pickup license expiration date on August 14, 2026. Certificate of filing, present. Yes. Next document, Mr. Chair, is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts present signed by Jonathan D. Lim. Next is the statement of single largest completed contracts present signed by Jonathan D. Lim with the attachment of notice of award, contract documents, and complete certificate of completion and certificate of acceptance. The next document is the pickup license, license valid until from July 1, 2023 to August 14, 2025. Registration valid until May 15, 2023 to July 9, 2026. The next is bid of security in the form of bid securing declaration present. The next document is the organizational chart signed by Jonathan D. Lim The next is the list of contracts K personnel signed by Jonathan Lim. Korean. List of construction K personnel proposed to be assigned to the contract signed by Jonathan D. Lim with 'Certificate of Accreditation of Brian of Pilarta, the valid until April 11, 2027, the materials engineer. Project engineer. Like, sabi niya, no?
Hindi ang basa-basahan.
Jonathan the project engineer is Jonathan Oli. Hindi ko kabasa. Hindi babasa. Cannot believe. DO number 128 by Peralta. DO 143, the project engineer is Leopoldo Alan. Si Pilarta Materials Engineer. Next is list of contractors' minimum material testing equipment units to be assigned to the contract, supported by certification of availability. Present, Mr. Chair. Next is the omnibus sworn statement signed by Jonathan Olim, the president, and notarized by Roberto E. Cantigo Jr. The next is the ITR, audited financial statement signed by Jonathan Olim and Jonathan Olim. The next is the computation of net financial contracts in FCC with the total amount of 5,449,572.97 signed by Jonathan Olim. That's all, Mr. Chair. All the technical document present and rated pass.
Thank you, Engineer Dalinda Retalia. Let us now proceed to the opening of technical proposal for 25K0011, construction of river control along Lumad Bridge, Mambajao, Camiguin. Let us first open the technical proposal of Papos Hansel Enterprises.
For the second project, 25K0011, construction of river control along Lumad Bridge, Mambajao, Camiguin. First interested bidder is Hapusan Sol Enterprises, and the ABC for the project is 97,999,999 pesos and 27 centavos. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, is the PLJEP registration with validity until September 24, 2025, passed. Their Annex A, page 3. DTI certificate up to September 15, 2025, passed. Mayor's permit up to December 31, 2024, passed. Tax clearance up to March 22, 2025, passed. Audited financial statement last filed April 3, 2024, less than 2 years. Pickup license up to April 4, 2027, passed. Also present is the photocopy of the DTI, business permit, tax clearance. Next document present is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Is present and signed by the bidder, Ma Victoria Giansol, supported by the notice of award, notice to proceed, and the contract of agreement of the listed projects. Next document, Mr. Chair, is the statement of single largest completed contract, which is construction of Topsan River Control. The as-built amount of 49 million, 50% above the ABC, signed by the bidder, Ma Victoria Giansol, supported by certificate of completion, certificate of acceptance, and final completion inspection report. Notice of award is also present. The notice to proceed and the contract of agreement. Photocopy the pickup is also present. License particular up to April 4, 2027, and registration particular up to May 10, 2027. Next document present is the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed by the bidder, Ma Victoria Giansol, and notarized by Attorney Ablino Piercino Jr., Notary Public. Contractor's organizational chart is also present, signed by Ma Victoria Giansol. List of contractors key personnel to be assigned to the contract is also present, signed by Ma Victoria Giansol. Key personnels by data is also present. Professional identification card, Ma Victoria Giansol, civil engineer, is also present, unexpired. Photocopy of the professional identification card of civil engineer Ian Signar is present, unexpired. And the accreditation of Ian Signar as provisional project engineer as per DO 126 series of 2024 is also present. And the report of rating is also present. The accreditation of Pedro S. Ramos as materials engineer 1 with accreditation number 5442 is present, unexpired, including its accreditation identification card, professional identification card, unexpired. And the construction occupational safety and health training of Ray Edward D. Salvani is present. Next document present is the list of contractors' equipment pledged to the contract. Is present and signed by Ma Victoria Giansol, supported by its proof of ownership, the certificate of registration and official receipt from the LTO, deed of absolute sale for heavy equipments, deed of absolute sale for heavy equipment is also present, excavator. Next document is the list of contractors' laboratory equipment. Is present and signed by Ma Victoria Giansol, supported by its proof of ownership, the sales invoice. Next document present is the NFCC computation. Is signed by Ma Victoria Giansol. Audited financial statement is also present, to stamp received by the BIR. Annual income tax return is also present, supported by proof of payment from the Land Bank. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the omnibus sworn statement is present and signed by Ma Victoria G. Hansol, notarized by Attorney Abilino P. Orsino Jr. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the technical requirements, Hapos Hansol Enterprises technical proposal for contract ID 25K0011 is ready as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Joselito Corpin. Let us now proceed to the opening of the technical proposal of Victoriano C. Lim Construction Corporation for 25K0011 construction of river control along Lumad Bridge, Mambajao, Camiguin.
The second interested bidder for the second project with a contract ID 25KA0011, construction of river control along Lumad Bridge, Mambajao, Camiguin. The technical proposal submitted by Sinsin Construction. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the PLGIP registration, which is valid until January 28, 2025. And list of PLGIP document on page 3, Annex A, and PLGIPs is the SIC certificate, which is registered on May 21, 2018. The mayor's permit is valid until December 31, 2024. The tax clearance is valid until September 3, 2025. The audited financial statement with date filing is April 13, 2024. And the pickup license is expired on September 29, 2025. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the photocopy of the SIC registration and the photocopy of mayor's permit, the photocopy of tax clearance, the photocopy of pickup license, and the next document is the ongoing statement of all ongoing projects, government and private contracts is present and signed. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the single largest complete contract, which is the attached project is the 23KE007 construction of river control along Lumad Bridge, Mambajao, Camiguin, which is 100%, and the contract amount is 48,913,540.20. Pas. Ha? Oh,
48,900.
Sin construction. Sales ya. Oh, kaya ang iyang statement of single largest complete contracts is 48,913,540.20 times 2 is 96 tara ato pa. Mr. Chair, the statement of single largest completed contracts of Sin Construction presented in this bidding is fail.
Okay, comment from the contractor, Shinshin Construction Corporation. None. So I think they are not qualified.
Therefore, Mr. Chair, the technical proposal submitted by Sinsin Construction for the contract ID 25KE0011 is rated as fail, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Al Kumis. Please proceed to the technical proposal of Victoriano Selim Construction Corporation, 20/011.
of the contract ID 25 PA 0011, construction of river control along Lumad Bridge, Mambajao, Camiguin. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the PLG registration valid at the December 21, 2024. The sixth certificate, mayor's permit expired on December 11, 2024. Tax clearance expired on March 5, 2025. Audited financial statement, date of filing, April 23, 2024. Pickup license expired on August 14, 2026. Security, ano lang naman, di ba? Wala iba. The next document is security. I say, the photocopy of registration present, mayor's permit present, tax clearance present, photocopy. The next document is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, present, signed by Jonathan D. Lim. The next document is the statement of single largest completed contract present by sign 18K10-190 construction of Usagan River Control, including bridge with Bonifacio Misamis Occidental, with the contract amount of 233,230,457 and 10 pesos. Present. Pass. And rated pass, Mr. Chair. The next document is the pickup license, a photocopy of pickup license, registration present from July 1, 2022 to August 14, 2026. Pickup registration valid until May 15, 2023 to July 9, 2026 present. Bid of security in the form of bid securing declaration present. Organizational chart present. List of construction key personnel proposed to be assigned to the contract signed by Jonathan Olim present. Accredited project engineer is Leopoldo Alan. Next is the accredited materials engineer by Pilarta Brian. Next is the list of equipment owned or leased and or under purchase agreement plates to the proposed contract present. Audited financial statement is present signed by Jonathan D. Lim. In FCC, with a total amount of 5,027,000 million 449,572 and 97 centavos. All the technical documents for ECL construction present and rated pass, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Erlinda Retalia. Let us now proceed to the last project, 25 KE 011, construction of Orasan Road, Barangay Soro-soro, Mambjao, Camiguin. Let us first open the technical proposal of CLC Construction, Service and Supply.
For the third project, with contract ID 25 KE 0019, construction of Orasan Road, Barangay Soro-soro, Mambajao, Camiguin. First interested bidder is CLC Construction Services and Supply, and the ABC for the project is 9,899,999 pesos and 88 centavos. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, is the PLDF registration with validity until January 12, 2025, passed. Under Annex A, page 3, DTI certificate up to April 11, 2025, passed. Mayor's permit up to December 31, 2024, passed. Tax clearance up to December 29, 2024, passed. Audited financial statement last filed April 23, 2024, less than 2 years. Pickup license up to October 19, 2024, passed. Next document present is the list of all ongoing government and private construction contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, is present and signed by Chris L. Cabana, proprietor, supported by the notice of award. Notice to proceed. Next document is the statement of single largest completed contract, is present and signed by the bidder Chris L. Cabana, proprietor, supported by notice of award, notice to proceed, certificate of acceptance. Next document present is the NFCC computation. The total NFCC of the contractor is 480,826,486 pesos and 14 centavos. Signed by the bidder Chris L. Cabana. Next document present is the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration. Is present and signed by the bidder Chris L. Cabana and authorized by Attorney Abelino Piorsino Jr., Notary Public. Contractor's organizational chart is also present, signed by the bidder Chris L. Cabana. Contractor's key personnel is also present with biodata. The professional identification card of Civil Engineer Chris Cabana is present and expired, including its accreditation as Materials Engineer 1. Chris L. Cabana is present. Accreditation number of 1722, unexpired. Professional identification card of Civil Engineer Christian Basig is present and expired as project engineer. The report of rating of Christian S. Basig is also present, signed by Midmer G. Malig, and its accreditation as provisional project engineer as per DO 127 series of 2024. Construction Safety and Health Training of Brgy Sasel is also present. List of equipment and tools of the contractor is present, signed by Chris L. Cabana. List of contractors' laboratory equipment is also present, signed by Chris L. Cabana. Certificate of registration and official receipts of vehicles as proof of ownership is also present. Cash invoice for minor tools. Deed of sale for vehicles. Affidavit of ownership for minor tools. Next document present is the omnibus sworn statement is present and signed by Chris L. Cabana and notarized by Attorney Abelino P. Orsino Jr. The photocopy of the DTI, mayor's permit, tax clearance is also present. Audited financial statement is also present. The stamp received by the BIR. Annual income tax return is also present. Photocopy of the pickup is also present. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the technical requirements, CLC Construction Services and Supply Technical Proposal for Contract ID 25K0019 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Ocelito Corpin. Let us now proceed to the technical proposal of general construction for 25K0119, construction of Orasan Road, Barangay Soro-soro, Mambjao, Camiguin.
The second interested bidder for the third project with the contract ID 25KE0019, construction of Orasan Road, Barangay Soro-soro, Mambajao, Camiguin. The technical proposal submitted by General Construction. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the PLG registration. It is valid on April 22, 2025. And in Annex E, in third page of the PLGIPS, there is a list of eligibility document. It is DTI certificate is valid until September 12, 2027. The mayor's permit is valid until December 31, 2024. The tax clearance is valid until March 26, 2025. The audited financial statement date filing is December 31, 2023, and the pickup license is valid until December 17, 2024. The next document is the photocopy of DTI certificate. The next document is the photocopy of business permit. The next document is the photocopy of tax clearance. The next document is the annual income tax filing. Xerox is present. And the next document is the audited financial statement from 2022 and 23, which is present and signed. The next document is the photocopy of the pickup license, which is present and signed. The next document is the list of ongoing project as present and signed. The next document is the statement of single largest completed contracts, which is present, and the project attached is concreting of Kila, Barangay Alga, FMR, Alga, Katarman, Camiguin, which is the contract amount is 11,815,518.90. It is more than, it is above the EE. It is valid as pass, Mr. Chair. Rated as pass. The NFCC is present and signed by General Construction. The next document is the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, which is signed by Evangeline D. Oliveros and notarized by Attorney Abelino P. Orsino Jr. The next document is the list of contract list of the key personnel pledged to the contract is present and signed. The next is the certificate of the safety and health course is Ana Marie C. Oliveros is present. The materials engineer is Ana Marie B. Oliveros is present. Signed. Mr. Chair, the attached document for the general construction have no project engineer accreditation. Therefore, Mr. Chair, it is valid as bill.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Al Gomez. Proceed to the opening of the last interested bidder, to NGE Construction for the last project, 25 KS 0019.
Of the contract ID 25 KE 009, the contract name construction of Orasan Road, Barangay Soro-soro, Mambajao, Camiguin. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the PLG registration valid until February 6, 2025. Mayor's permit expire on December 31, 2024. Tax declaration expire on November 24, 2024. Audited financial statement, date of filing is January 29, 2024. Pickup license expired on January 18, 2025. Mr. Chair, present. The photocopy of tax declaration, DDI certificate, business permit present. The next document is the list of all ongoing government and private construction contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. The project, Mr. Chair, is contact ID present. The next is the single largest completed contract present and signed by DL Nicholas H. Chan. The next is the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration present. The next is contractors organizational chart signed by Neil Nicholas is Chan, the proprietor. Key personnel project manager, the project engineer Neil Nicholas Chan, and materials engineer is Patrick Jason Mabao. The construction foreman is Olimpio Bolo. Construction Safety Officer is Janil B. Chan. Present ba na ba? Wala man sa certificate. Mr. Chair, the key personnel has no accreditation certificate and as project engineer, materials engineer, and safety officer. Therefore, two NZE construction failed.
Thank you, Engineer Talia. Let us now proceed to the opening of the financial proposal for project ID 25K0012, construction of river control along Hubangon Bridge to Mahinog, Camiguin. Let us first open the financial proposal of Apos Hansel Enterprises.
Oh, man.
For the first project financial proposal, first bidder is Hapos Hansol Enterprises for contract ID 25KE0012. And the ABC for the project is 88,030,459 pesos and 22 centavos. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, is the bid form. Bid form with bid amount of 87,538,845 pesos and 53 centavos. I repeat, 87,538,845 pesos and 53 centavos. Words and figures are the same and the bid offer is lower than the ABC. Bid form is signed by the bidder, Ma Victoria G. Hansol. Bill of quantities is also present, signed by Ma Victoria G. Hansol. Detailed estimates for every item is also present, signed by Ma Victoria G. Hansol. Derivation of unit cost by local minor contract is also present, signed by Ma Victoria G. Hansol. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule, signed by the bidder, Ma Victoria G. Hansol. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the financial requirements, Hapos Hansol Enterprises financial proposal for contract ID 25K0012 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Seto Corpin. Proceed to the opening of the financial proposal of Shinshin Construction Corporation for project ID 25K0012.
The second interested bidder for the first project with a contract ID 25KE0012, construction of river control along Hubangon Bridge 2, Mahinog, Camiguin. The financial proposal submitted by Shinshin Construction Corporation. The ABC is 88,030,459.22 pesos. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the bid form. The bid form in amount of 85,234,786 pesos and 51 centavos. May I repeat, Mr. Chair? 85,234,786 pesos and 51 centavos. No offer discount, Mr. Chair. The next document is the bill of quantities which is present and signed. The next is this. The summary of bid price is present and signed. The next is the detailed estimate is present and signed. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the cash flow by quarter, which is present and signed by the President Sixto Feliciano DT. Having complied the all necessary document, Mr. Chair, the financial proposal submitted by Shinshin Construction for contract ID 25KE0012 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Al Gomez. Proceed to the opening of the last interested bidder. Its financial proposal, Victoriano Silim Construction.
The financial proposal of Victoriano Silim Construction for the contract ID 25KE0012, construction of river control along Hubangon Bridge to Mahinog, Camiguin, with the EBC of million 30,459 and 22 centavos. The first, the bid form, Mr. Chair, in the amount of 88,269,849 pesos and 84 centavos. May I repeat, 86,269,849 pesos and 84 centavos. No offer, Mr. Chair. The next document is the summary of bid price present. Next is the bill of quantities present signed by Jonathan D. Lim, the proprietor. The next is the detailed estimate signed by Jonathan D. Lim, present. The next is the summary. Summary sheets. The next is the cash flow by quarter, signed by Jonathan D. Lim, the president. All the technical proposal of Victoriano C. Lim construction for the project present and rated past, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Adelina Paderanga. Proceed to the opening of the financial proposal of Hapusan Sol Enterprises for the second project, 25 KE 011.
Ilang agenda ito? Ano daw?
Last project, Rachel. Oh, second, Shell.
Fine, propose.
For the second project, 25 Key 0011, construction of river control along Lumad Bridge, Mambajao, Camiguin. First bidder is Hapusan Sol Enterprises, and the ABC for the project is 97,999,999 pesos and 27 centavos. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, is the bid form. Bid form with bid amount of 97,431,024 pesos and 93 centavos. I repeat, 97,431,024 pesos and 93 centavos. Words and figures are the same, and the contractor offered no discount. Bid offer is lower than the ABC. Bid form is signed by the bidder, Ma Victoria G. Ansol. Bill of quantities is also present, signed by Ma Victoria G. Ansol. Detailed estimates for every item is also present, signed by Ma Victoria G. Ansol. Summary of material costs and labor and equipments rental is also present, signed by Ma Victoria G. Ansol. And last document, Mr. Chair, is the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule, duly signed by the bidder, Ma Victoria G. Ansol. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the financial requirements, Hapusan Sol Enterprises financial proposal for contract ID 25 Key 0011 is ready as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Joselito Corpin. Proceed to the opening of the second interested bidder, Victoriano C. Lim Construction Corporation for 25 KE 0011.
The second interested bidder for the second project with the contract ID 25 EA0011, construction of river control along Lumad Bridge, Mambajao, Camiguin. The financial proposal submitted by Victoriano C. Lim Construction Corporation. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the bid form in the amount of 96,039,999 pesos and 20 centavos. May I repeat, Mr. Chair? The bid amount of 96,039,999 pesos and 20 centavos. No offer discount, Mr. Chair. The next document is the summary of bill price. The next is the bill of quantities is present and signed, Mr. Chair. The next document is the detailed estimate is present and signed. The next document is the summary of unit price is present. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the cash flow by quarter present and signed by Jonathan O. Lim. Mr. Chair, having complied the all necessary document for the financial proposal submitted by Victoriano C. Lim Construction Corporation for contract ID 25 KE 011 is treated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Al Gomez. For the last project, 25 KE 0019, construction of Orasan Road, Barangay Soro-soro, Mambjao, Camiguin. There's only one interested bidders remaining, CLC Construction Service and Supply. Please open the financial proposal.
The financial proposal of CLC Construction Services and Supply for the project 25 PA 0019 construction of Orasan Road, Barangay Soro-soro, Mambajao, Camiguin. The first document is the bid form in the amount of 9,603,948 pesos and 3 centavos. May I repeat, Mr. Chair? 9,603,948 pesos and 3 centavos. Oh, the figure and the words are the same, Mr. Chair. The next is the bill of quantities present signed by CLC Services and Construction. Detailed estimate present signed by CLC Construction. Next is the summary of bid prices present, Mr. Chair, and the last is audited. Next is the summary of material cost and labor and rental rates present. The last document, Mr. Chair, is the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule signed by Chris Cabanada, proprietor. All the financial statement of CLC Construction present and rated pass.
Thank you, Engineer Edelinda Ritalia. And that was the last project to be opened. So I request the head of the box secretariat to please read the summary of the financial proposal.
For the abstract of bids for the newly bid out proposed contracts, whose financial proposals were rated passed by the bank. For construction of river control along Hubangon Bridge to Mahinog, Camiguin, bearing a contract ID 25 KE 0012 with an approved budget for the contract in the amount of 88,030,459 pesos and 22 centavos. Hapos Hansol Enterprises, Shinshin Construction Corporation, Victoriano C. Lim Construction Corporation, all submitted bid securing declaration for their bid security. Hapos Hansol Enterprises, with a bid offer of 87,538,845 pesos and 53 centavos. Shinshin Construction Corporation, with a bid amount of 85,234,786 pesos and 51 centavos. While Victoriano C. Lim Construction, with a bid offer of 86,269,849 pesos and 84 centavos. For contract ID 25 KE 0011, construction of river control along Lumad Bridge, Mambajao, Camiguin, with an approved budget for the contract in the amount of 97,999,999 pesos and 27 centavos. Hapos Hansol Enterprises and Victoriano C. Lim Construction Corporation all submitted bid securing declaration for their bid security. Hapos Hansol Enterprises with a bid tender of 97,431,024 pesos and 93 centavos, while Victoriano C. Lim Construction Corporation with a bid offer of 96,039,099 pesos and 20 centavos. For construction of Orasan Road, Barangay Soro-soro, Mambajao, Camiguin, with a contract ID 25KE0019. The approved budget for the contract is 9,899,999 pesos and 88 centavos. CLC Construction Services and Supply submitted bid securing declaration for its bid security with a bid offer in the amount of 9,603,948 pesos and 3 centavos. That would be all for the abstract of bids of the newly bid out proposed contracts, Mr. Presiding Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Evelyn Paderanga. Is there any comment from the prospective bidders from Shinshin Construction? CLC Construction? Hapos Hansol Construction? Okay, thank you. For the information of everybody, all bids are considered raw and subject to bid evaluation and post-qualification in accordance with the 2016 revised IRR of Republic Act 9184. Is there any motion for adjournment from the back members?
Mr. Chair, I move to adjourn this dropping and opening of bids.
I second the motion.
Since there is a motion for adjournment by Engineer Solito Corpin, seconded by Engineer Edelina Retalia, this bid opening is